Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and we're still working on the Specimen paper 2023 to 2025. This is paper 2 and we are going on to the database analysis. You are now going to prepare some reports. Make sure all currency values display a currency symbol and are set to 0 decimal places. Using a suitable database package, import the file sp02 the CSV. Use these file names and data types. And we're setting yacht ID as a primary key. Okay, so I have my database right here. We create a blank database in here. Okay, so we bring in an external data. You go for the import section from file. It's a CSV file, so that is a text file. Okay, we locate our file and we go on with the import steps. Yes, this all looks good, but we can go back to confirm what we should have. The yacht name should be text, the type should be text, the yacht ID should be text. The length is number, 1 decimal place, builder ID text. The price is currency with the symbol and 0 decimal places. The build year is number, slips number, and crew number. Yacht ID as the primary key. It's important to select this so that the headings are recognized. Okay, let me choose my primary key, and it's the yacht ID. So we simply click on the yacht ID. Okay, it's been imported without errors. Alright, so we bring in the builders table as well. We identify the most appropriate field to set as the primary key. If we can find the builder's ID, that would be appropriate to use as the file, the primary key. Through the same steps, okay, we have the builder ID, which is appropriate to be the primary key. Imported without errors, right? Alright, so the builder, we can now go to the design view to set some of our data types. It says to set all it says to set all as text. Okay, and that is all done here. We have the telephone number. Okay, there are times I like to go back to the file, especially when we have a phone number being set as text data type. So we go for the builders just to examine that there is no leading 0 that we missed out while we were importing. All right, no leading zeros, so it's all good and we can continue. If there was a leading 0, it would have been stripped off when the format was changed to number before we came back to turn it into a text, which is one of the reasons there are analysts who love to set the data type before completing the import steps. Okay, so the yachts table should also be uh, checked for correctness of the all data types and the display. So we have text for the name, the type, and the ID. Yes. Number, text, currency. Number, text, currency. Okay, so we go on to change this to currency with currency symbol, of course, and one decimal place. Okay, one decimal place. Currency symbol and zero decimal place is okay. It is the number that has one decimal place. This is all right. Okay, so for this we can take a look. We want the currency with the symbol. Let's confirm what currency we are working in. Okay, it's not specific, so we can go for any of the currencies as long as the symbol is visible. Okay, all right. You can then save our files and close them all. Okay, the next question says to create a one-to-many relationship between the builder ID fields and place a screenshot showing the one-to-many relationship has been created. In our database tools, we have the relationship and we create a one-to-many relationship between the builder IDs. That's the builder ID in the builders table into the builder ID in the yachts table. We enforce referential integrity and we have our table right there. We take a screenshot of this showing that the relationship has been created. Okay, and that is step 810. This is step 20. Seems we missed something out. Step 18 and 9. Steps 18 and 19, we were meant to take screenshots of them. Okay, it's right there. Place in your evidence document a screenshot showing the field names, data types, and primary key for both tables. Okay, the yacht first, then the builder. All right, so let's get that done. The yacht first, then the builder. So we cut this and we place in here. In the design view, of course, that's where we take our screenshots. Okay, then we take a screenshot of the builder table as well, showing the data types and the primary key. The table name, the data types, and the primary key. All right, it's all in order. Okay, that looks all good now. The next question says to add the following as a new record in the yachts table. Okay, so right here at the bottom we have new blank record, and we can add the new yacht. Antelex, it's a motto MO126. Antelex MO126. The length is 26. The builder ID is 31 Sanit. And it costs 795,000. The build year is 2011. Sleeps 6 and 3 for the crew. Check your data entry for errors. Save the data. So let's go back to checking the data entry for errors. Oh, why there are no errors? It's all been, yes, it's all done. Using fields from both tables, produce a tabular report. All right, then we go on to create our query. We can write a query so as to create the report that is expected of us. So we have the query wizard, which takes us through the process of writing a query before we go on to producing a report from the query. These are the criteria we will be using for the query. This, and this, okay? It contains a new field that's a calculated field. So we have a calculated field right here. But before that, let's bring in the fields that we will be needing in this order. So your name, builder name, type, length, your name, builder name, okay, then we return to the type, we have the length, the price, the build year, the build country, the price, the build year, the build country. Sleeps, crew, and total births, which is the calculated field. All right, so we have that. We can go on to modify the query so we can bring in the criteria. Okay. The criteria is build year was after 2010, then the length is 40 or less. Build year after 2010, the length 40 or less. So what I like to do at times is to run the query before bringing in any of the criteria to see what we have. We have 468 records. Let's then go on to modify the query. 468 records. So it says the build year is after 2010. So we have greater than 2010. And I run that as well to see the reduction. Okay, from 468, we have 61 now. The length is 40 or less. The length is less than or equal to 40, which shows 40 or less. Okay, let me zoom this in so the criteria is visible. You can see that less than or equal to 40. Okay, and let's just take another look at it. From 61, we have 35 records. All right, that works. That works just the way we want it. It works well. Okay, then we have our calculated field. Our calculated field. In this case, the calculated field is called total births. Total births, and it adds the sleep field to the crew field. Okay, so we have our calculated field in here. You simply right click and you build. Right click and you build. So here is what we want, and we want it to be crew plus sleeps plus. Okay. Yes, to add the sleeps field and the crew field. Right. So we have that. We can then come on to change the name from the default name to total underscore birds. Yes. Okay. And we have that. Let's go on and run to see that it's been added. Yes, 2 plus 0, 2, 7 plus 6, 13. Okay, so that works. That works. All fine. Yes, that works really well. You can go on. Okay, it sorts the data in ascending order, and that is the part of our reports that we will. So let's go on to build our report from the query that we just completed. So let's create a report using the report wizard. Okay, yes. We sort the data into ascending order of type and descending order of length. Ascending order of type and descending order of length. It has a page orientation of landscape, fits on a single page wide, includes the heading yachts less than 15 years old. Yachts less than 15 years old. Landscape on a single page, yes. Do we have, yes, we have a tabular report. Tabular report, landscape orientation. Okay, and it fits on a single page wide. Single page wide. Yachts less than 15 years old. Okay, landscape, tabular, single page wide. All right. Let's preview the report. Let's see what we have before we then go on to modify it. Yachts less than 15 years old. Yes. Okay, we can see we have some truncation here, but we have some space in here and in here where we can do some adjustment to ensure it all works the way we want it. Okay, let's see what we have on the next page. And it's the order data. Okay, so let's take care of the truncation and complete the report. To do that, the first thing we need to check for is the order of the fields. Your name, builder name, type before length. Your name, builder name, type, then length. Okay. So let's go on to the design view. Your name, builder name, type, then length. All right. So I will select all that has to do with the type and the length. By holding control, it allows you to select multiple items. Holding control allows you to select multiple items. I want to select all and move with all. Okay, about that. So we have this build name, builder name, all selected. Alright, so then I have type, then price. Let's confirm the rest of the fields. Price, build year, build country. Yeah, that's the price, the build year, and the build country. The build year is followed by the build country. Then the length. We have the length right there. Oh, the length should have followed type before price. Okay, so length is between type and price. Then we have sleeps, crew, and total birth. Sleeps, crew, and total birth. So the length follows type. Okay, so we can then have a preview of this. The yacht name, the builder name, the type, the length, the price, the build year, the build country, slips, crew, and total bets. All right, so it's all aligned. Let's ensure it's still one page wide and all texts are visible. All text visible. Looks like we have something hidden here. We have some hidden parts here, so that's still in the builder name, and the slips heading is also not too visible. Builder name and slips. So we can do that from the layout view. Just to the left a little more. Okay, there are no truncations. Oh. That is coming into this. Okay, so we can then bring this out a little. Okay, we need some more here. All right, it's all visible. All right, all right. Okay, okay, that's about that. Is it possible to get some? Okay, I believe we can get some space from here, from the length. It's just to the left. All right, and we are almost there. For the build country, let's adjust that a little more also. The longest country appears to be United Kingdom, so we can use that as the standard for how far it goes. Yes, and we are within a page, and it's all looking good. All text visible. Yes. All right, so let's complete this. It has your name, center number, and candidate number in the footer of the report, so it displays on every page. Okay, so with that, we go back to our design view to include our name, center number, and candidate number in the footer. So we can have that in the footer of the report right here. It's a label. We get one. With that done, we have our report. And when we check the print preview, we should see a single page report. Yes, one of two. Okay, let's go on to check how much data we have. The other page. Okay, okay. So it's a single page wide, but we have records filling up to the second page, which is all good. Yes, and you see the name, center number, and candidate number appears on both pages. Okay, save and print the report. Yes, we can simply save this right here. Print to PDF to know we have a copy of our report. Okay, we have that saved right. We can go on to the other report. Using fields from both tables, produce a tabular report that selects only those records where country code is NZ or AU. Builder name includes the text yacht. Okay, so let's go on and get that done as well. Similar to what we did in the previous report, we create a query, then a report. So here we have the yacht name, the builder name, the type, the length, the price. The yacht name, the builder name, you have the length, the type, the length, the price. and build country in this order. Okay, the criteria. Country code is NZ or AU. Builder name includes the text yacht. So let's run this to see what we have. We have 468 records before bringing in any other criteria. Okay, so let's run this to see. From 468, what do we have? We have nothing. Okay, so that simply means we have written it wrongly. The country code. Okay, okay, awesome. Look at that. It does not include the country code in the fields that are required, but it includes it in the criteria. So that means we need to bring the country code in, but uncheck the show box so that it is part of our query, but it is not part of the fields that are reviewed. So we can simply come in here, get the country code and bring it right in. Country code right there. So you double click and it comes up right away. And we can then uncheck this box so that it does not show. And we bring in our criteria NZ or AU. Let's run this and see what we have. Okay, we have how many records now? 43, down from 468. All right, you would notice the country code does not appear here because we say it should not show. Okay, the next says builder name includes the text yacht. Builder name includes. So to bring that in, we use the asterisk yacht, and we also close with the asterisk. That means it could be at the beginning, it could be at the end. We could have text before it, we could have text after it, or not. All right, so from 43, let's see what we have now. We have just 30, and you will see that they all include the text yacht in different capacities. Okay, now we go on to sorting, which is what we do from our report, meaning we are done with the query and we can create the report. We are to sort in descending order of price, portraits, and fits on a single page. Descending order of price. It should be portrait and fit on a single page. It's a tabular report as well. And we can preview the report to see what we have here. Okay, so the first thing, as usual, is to check the order of the field names. Begins with yacht name, builder name, type, length, then price and build country. Yacht name, builder name, type, length, then price and build country. So price needs to come in between length and build country. Okay, let's close the preview and modify in the design view. So price comes in between build country and length. Yacht name, builder name, type, length. I'll move to the left. and price can be pulled out from there. So yes, that looks good. However, the price should be increased a little further to ensure we have all data looking good and visible. Oh, visible, yes. And we have a lot of space in the type. So let's just go on to the layout view at the bottom right here. So we reduce some of this and increase some other ones. All right. All text visible, fitting on one page, and all looking good. Currency, no decimal places. The name, okay. This average length value of, okay, it calculates the average length in this section and positions this number below the length column, displays this average length value to one decimal place. Average length value, so we can go back to the design view and get the average length using this length data. Okay, so we go for the value box. Yes, the text box containing the values. And from our design, we select the average from here. Totals, you go for average and it's calculated right there. Okay, so we want it under this. Yes, that is done. Displays the length. Yes, one decimal place. So from here, we select the format and decimal place is one. All right, that looks good. Okay, and the name is Oshonia Boat Builders. Oshonia Boat Builders. Oshonia Boat Builders. I like to check for the cases to be sure it has the exact case that we have in the question. Ocean. Yes. Has your name, center number, and candidate number at the top or bottom of the report? I prefer it at the bottom of the report just by the page number and all the details we have down there. So in here, we can simply bring in a label. Name, center number, and candidate number. Okay. I can reduce this to make some space for that. All right. What more do we have to do here? So we have this done. We have this done. Top or bottom. We have it at the bottom. Save and print your report. Okay. Export the report created in step 23 in PDF. Save the exported file in your work area. Place in your evidence document a screenshot to show the exported file saved. Okay. So let's take a look at our report once again. One decimal place, you see that? So it doesn't work. We need to go back and fix that before we print. One decimal place for this value. It says here one decimal place, but let's just make sure of that. We have a long number fixed. Let's go for double or whatever we can get or standard. Okay, in one decimal place. We emphasize that again. Let's save that and take a look at it now. One decimal place. All right, so we went for standard and we changed it to one decimal place. You can then go on to print and take a look at the print preview. One page, all good. All right, with that done, we can print to PDF. Okay, so the question says to take a screenshot of that. Windows Shift S as usual. And have it in the evidence document. That's evidence 24. And that brings us to the end of this database question. Join me in the next video. Thank you.